Hey everyone, it's James from FunFoods, and today I'm going to show you how to make these Mountain Dew Twinkies. Now these are made with Mountain Dew as the ingredient of the Twinkie, as well as Mountain Dew in the ingredients of the filling. Now I want to send a special thanks to Patrick from the YouTube channel XingCat, who sent me this Twinkie maker so I can make this. So I'll put a link in the description below to his channel so you can check it out. Be sure to go over and say hello and tell him thank you for sending James this Twinkie maker so I can make this recipe. But for right now, keep watching and I'll show you step by step how to make this. Now the first thing you want to do is start off with a large bowl, and to that I have 1 stick of butter, which is 8 tablespoons. It's been softened at room temperature, and I'm going to add to that 1 cup of granulated sugar. And we're just going to cream this together until it's light and fluffy. And after a few minutes, it should be nice, light, and fluffy. Next to this, we got to add 2 large eggs, 1 egg yolk only, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Now we're just going to mix this in really good. Don't forget to scrape down the sides just to make sure we're getting everything. Next, what we need to do is add in 1.5 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 cup of milk, and of course 1/2 cup of Mountain Dew soda. Now we're just going to mix this in until that's well incorporated. So what we got to do is prepare this, and I just have some cooking spray. I'm just going to spray inside the cavities here. Squirt on top as well. So now what I'm going to do is fill this up with some of the batter. Now I'm just using a couple spoons and we're going to fill it about 3/4 of the way full each one. Alright, so we're just going to close this down, and it has a little latch here, and it should take 4 to 7 minutes, it says, so I'm going to check it after 5 minutes just to see what it looks like. Alright, so it's been 7 minutes. Let's take these out and see how they did. Putting them right onto a cooling rack just so they'll cool down. Now just let these cool on the cooling rack for a bit. We want them to be completely cooled before we fill them with the Mountain Dew cream. Now that our Twinkies have cooled completely, one tip is I found it easier to get them out of the Twinkie maker when you just turn the Twinkie maker off, let them cool completely, and just pop them out by turning the Twinkie maker upside down. Now what we're going to do is make our Mountain Dew filling to go inside the Twinkies. Now of course you want them to be cooled completely before we even start to do this. I have 3 tablespoons of Crisco, which is just vegetable shortening, in a large bowl here, and then I have 3 tablespoons of butter that's softened at room temperature. We're just going to cream this together until it's all combined. Next, what we're going to do is add, I have 1 cup of confectionery sugar or powder sugar, and we're just going to add this in a little bit at a time. Don't do it all at once, and we're going to mix this through. And as always, be sure to scrape down the sides so that everything will be mixed in really good. Now once that's mixed in really good, now what we got to do is turn your mixer on high for about 5 minutes, mix it up really good until it's nice and fluffy. And when that's all done and it's nice, light, and fluffy, what we got to do now is we're going to add 1/4 cup of Mountain Dew. This will be our flavor. And also 1/4 cup of light corn syrup. And just mix this up. And at this stage it should resemble a thick mayonnaise. Now since this is Mountain Dew, we want to color it green just to give it that appearance. Optional, of course. So at this stage it's not as thick as I'd like it to be, so I am going to add a whole nother cup of confectionery sugar a little bit at a time. Okay, so when you've reached the consistency you want, which is a very thick mayonnaise-like consistency, now we're going to put this into our piping bag and fill our Twinkies. I'm using the piping bag that they sent with the Twinkie maker, so I'm just going to put that into a cup and fold this in. This is the easy way of filling a piping bag. That way it doesn't make a big mess. And I'm just going to take a spoon and spoon out some right into that piping bag. Now this particular nozzle is long and skinny. We're just going to insert it into the Twinkie and fill it up. I'm going to test one with one of my not so perfect Twinkies first. We're going to push it in just like this, as far as we can, and squeeze. And gently pull it out as we're squeezing. There we go. Now's the time for the taste test. I'm going to bite into one of these Mountain Dew Twinkies and see how it tastes. This is good. It's a little harder than a regular Twinkie. A regular Twinkie is very soft, but this is a little more firmer than a regular Twinkie. But you know, I don't work at the factory, so what can I do? Well, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me make these Mountain Dew Twinkies. It was a lot of fun making this, and thanks again to Patrick for sending me that Twinkie maker. I really appreciate that. It was very nice of him to do so, and I had a lot of fun making these. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like button. Also hit that big red subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. You get new videos every week. And be sure to hit that bell notification too, so you'll be notified when I put a new video out. As always, check out some of the videos I have off to the side, and until then, I'll see you next time.